Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yamini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the Refuah Shlema, the complete and speedy recovery of HaRav Amitai ben Shoshanna, Leah Mintche bas Gittel, Dalit bat Shoshanna, and Shaul ben Berta. This week's Parsha Perspective is in loving memory of Yachmiel Daniel ben Gedalia, Edward ben Ephraim, Shlema ben Edward, whose birthday is on the 28th of Av. May their souls be uplifted and may their memories be a blessing. This week's Parsha Perspective is sponsored by Yarom and Yael Cohen. May Hashem bless them and their family with much health, success, and happiness. This Shabbos is a special Shabbos because it is Rosh Chodesh Elul, the beginning of the new month of Elul. We must take advantage of the spirituality and holiness evident during this month because we are quickly approaching Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the high holidays. It begins with 3 small steps: giving extra charity, adding in our Torah study, and daily meditation and gratitude to God for our blessings. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Re'eh, Fins and Scales. Our Parsha continues Moshe's final address to the Jewish nation. He informs the people that depending on their actions, they can be the beneficiaries of blessings or the opposite, heaven forbid. The blessings will come if they obey God's commandments. However, suppose they defy God's laws, they will feel the depth of his anger. Moshe commands that they proclaim these blessings and curses on Mount Gerizim and Abel as they enter the land of Israel. Moshe then repeats many laws and commandments: the laws of Ma'aser Sheni, the laws of Shemitah, a list of kosher birds, fish, and mammals, and various kosher laws, the laws of a false prophet, the mitzvah of charity, and many laws concerning the holidays of Pesach and Sukkot. However, a question comes to mind. The Parsha repeats the signs that make a fish kosher, fins and scales. But what do fins and scales symbolize that makes the fish kosher? Why are these the signs of a kosher fish? Furthermore, the Talmud in Nida writes that fish that have fins do not necessarily have scales, but all fish that have scales have fins as well. So why doesn't the Torah just write that the sign of a kosher fish is their scales? What is the purpose of saying fins as well? The Rabbeinu Bachai, Rav Bachya ben Asher, a famous Spanish commentary, gives an interesting explanation. He quotes the Ramban, Rav Moshe ben Nachman, that fins and scales help a fish to retain heat, similar to wool on mammals. Hence, most fish with those features usually habitate on the upper part of the ocean. The Rabbeinu Bachaya explains that the lower part of the ocean is dark, cold, and murky, representing a lack of God, a lack of light. Meaning the closer we are to the rays of godliness, the more inspired, enthusiastic, and connected we are to God. And therefore, we eat fish who are similarly impacted by the sun's heat as it portrays our relationship with God, with our Creator. However, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rav Menachem Mendel Schneerson, gives a deeper and more profound explanation. He writes that fins and scales represent 2 different character traits we need in our everyday life. The scales are like armor that protect the fish from harm, symbolizing honesty and integrity. When people do what's right and maintain their values, they are protected from the unseen pitfalls of life. They avoid the hazards and see the obstacles in their path. The fins, however, are like wings that propel and move the fish to its desired location, representing ambition and drive. The Lubavitcher Rebbe explains that a person should have armor that protects their values, that protects their morals and ethics, but also have an ambition to help them grow and succeed. And this is why fins and scales are necessary for a fish to be kosher, because they symbolize both of these attributes working in harmony: a strong fortitude to do what's right and a desire to grow and fulfill our potential. The Rebbe's incredibly powerful lesson is so appropriate as we enter the month of Elul, because Elul is an immensely spiritual time designated for self-reflection and contemplation as we prepare for the high holidays. In our daily life, we must realize that we are not created to stay stagnant, but rather to continually grow and improve, to better ourselves each day and develop our unique identity. Just like we continually look for opportunities to grow and achieve more success in our business or in our relationship, once we improve an aspect of ourselves, we should also strive to refine other elements of our character trait. There is an immensely powerful quote by Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks. Life is a journey, not a destination. We should consistently set ourselves new challenges to take us out of our comfort zone because the definition of life is growth. Have a meaningful Shabbos and a great month of Elul. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.